Okay. So yes. So good morning. Good morning, everyone. So today is our Saturday. So what we are going to discuss is about installations, right? So we are doing the installations and multiple installations, giving the inputs and everything. We are in the phase one itself, like task number one itself. We are in the task number one, right? Installations, right? So we are doing the installations. To give the background, here we have one of the new guy, Balu, right? Yeah. So we have one of the new guy here. To give the background, what we discussed till now. Till now we discussed about the only installation, just installation. That is what we are doing the practice here. So SAP installations. That is what we are discussing now. So installation we have done in Windows systems, right? That everybody knows. Today we will do the installation on a Linux machine, Linux operating system. So to understand everyone. So installation on Windows, same softwares, that is fine. So Linux machine, what we required here to perform the installation on the Linux. So what we required, and also we will discuss about today how to rename, how to uninstall. So SAP systems, those things we will discuss. So to give background to the new guys here, so to perform the installation, quickly we need to download the list of softwares from list of patches, list of media from service marketplace. So one is called the SWPM, and the second one is called the exports kernel. Then fourth one is called the DB, then DB client, and sixth one is called the SAP host agent. SAP host agent. So these are the softwares, these are the media we require to perform the installation, right? So SWPM. So this is the installation tool. It's not only installation tool. Using this tool, we can install, we can uninstall, we can do the system export, system import, and rename. All these things we can perform of your SAP applications, right? So install and using the SWPM tool. Okay. So now let's see. Let's log into our environment now. So this is our server login procedure. This is our IP. So here we need to log in with your dedicated user, which I provided you. Okay. So then this is our system, not system. So when you install the SAP system, there is a SAP system like this, right? We have not done any installation. This is the previous batch related. Okay. So we have the softwares in our E drive, softwares. We have the client, export, native export or ECC export kernel. So SAP host agent and SWPM tool, SWPM tool. So using this SWPM tool, we can perform the installation. Using the SWPM tool, we can perform the installation. This is the tool we have to start it. Okay, let me start it then. Before starting, just I want to check, are there any open process in the system? Yes, we have the one SAP INST. Let me cancel this one. Okay, I have cancelled the all open process. I have cancelled here. Okay, I have cancelled the open process here. So open SWPM, SAP INST.
Sir, hello.
Yes.
Sir, how to download all these actually in the company? I mean,
Yeah,
they will give it actually or will download?
No. They will provide the user ID. That topic actually that we discussed. So I will separately discuss with you how to download the software and everything.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, here we have already existing persons are there. So that is the reason. So I'm discussing with you directly installation topic only. So, but definitely we have the videos, or I will provide the details to you so that you can listen. So how to download the softwares from the service marketplace. So all these things you can just watch the video. If not, then I will explain it once again. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So this SWPM, we have to open it. This is the tool, we have to open it. So here, suppose you want to rename it. Go to the system rename. So standard system, right? Standard, just select the rename. If you go to the generic options, you will find out all these options. So here, so we have to provide the inputs here. We have to select the profiles, OS level profile, we need to select it. Which set system you are going to rename, what is the source and what is the target. So those things you need to choose it here.
Sir, before installing, actually, what all minimum prerequisite required, like basic configuration or as for
Yeah.
the client, no? What all are required actually, minimum requirement, or if they have any existing, no DB and also software also is there, Windows version. So what we should ask them to upgrade, or I mean, the client should tell us actually, I
The new
need this thing actually, or
installation means installation is the new one, right? New installation means there is no
okay,
existing one, nothing. So everything will be new. So the OS version, actually these are the prerequisites. Actually, these are the installation prerequisites which we have to perform before we do the installation.
okay,
So those things actually I already covered to these guys. So I will
okay,
cover it you separately. So not in
okay,
this class,
sir.
I will cover you separately. After this
Okay,
class,
okay, sir. Huh.
I will
Sir, if they
cover it.
have the already the existing Windows and this thing, no? I mean, so they will ask us to upgrade or something based upon their requirement. So that was discussed, right, in the earlier class.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
That is the reason I'm directly jumping into the installation. Otherwise, I would have to finish the preparation activities and OS requirement, CPU requirement, everything.
Okay.
Okay. Here we need to choose our source system like ECP. What is the SAD? Here you need to choose the target SAD. This is the rename option. This is the rename. After the installation, we will get the SAD, right? So after the target system, what is the option we need to choose it? So what is the SID you want to change it? Maybe you want to change it to the ECQ. Then you can choose the ECQ. Then host name, it is taken already. Then click on the next button. Click on the next button. So just source our source SAD, target SAD we have to give it. Then so just click on the next button. It will check the content in the database level also. So then it will take it further. Okay. So let me check here. What is the next step which is coming here? Checking the IP address prerequisites. So it's common. You are just skipping the prerequisites and everything. As part of the installation, we got it right. Same way we skip all the prerequisites and everything. Prerequisites means so we need to change that one. So locally and everything. So these are the profiles actually. You want to change instance number as well. You want to change the instance number, you can change the instance number as well. If you don't want to change the instance number, you can keep it same thing. So yeah, you want to use those things, we can change it here. So here you have the option to change it. Suppose I don't want to this one, I want to 11 and 10 is my instance number. Then you can change it here. So you want to change only things, you can change it. Whatever you want, you can change it here as per your client requirement. So maybe it means bottom line. So at any time the customer wants to change the SID or instance name, then we can change it. It's possible with the SWPM tool. It's possible with the SWPM tool. So again, you no need to do the uninstallation. Again, install means if you do the uninstallation, whatever the data is there in the existing system, that will be deleted, removed, right? So what is the use of creating the new data again? So that is the reason. So you no need to do everything. Just we have the option to rename. rename option, you can do the rename as well.
Sir, why source and target are required? I mean,
Source
hello.
and target means,
You gave the source name and target name, no? So,
yeah, source is our existing system. Target
okay.
is which system you are going to rename. Which system you are going to rename? What is that SID? Target system is still not exist, right? Why? Because we are going to rename from source to ABC to XYZ. So that it makes, in this case, XYZ is not required to be online. Why? Because the existing system itself getting the renamed. Suppose example,
Okay.
you see in my desktop, there is a one file. Suppose like this is the file actually. If I right click, this is the existing. I want to rename. What I can do? I will go to the rename. I will make it ABC, right? Changing. In this case, do I need ABC should be here? It's not required, right? Renaming.
Okay. Hmm.
It's not required. So same as like same concept here. Target is not required here. Even you are changing, you are not upgrading, you are not migrating. Target is not required here. Just you are renaming. Just same rename option I'm giving here. So same database details we have to provide it here. Why? Because so database table level also some update is required. That is what system SWPM will ask the details as well. Okay. So check your database is online. Password for users. Maybe I given the wrong password. So that is the reason when you are giving the all the details, you need to carefully provide the all the details here. Checking the connect data. Yes, the data connection successfully, then only it will take it to the next step. These are the installation log files, task list, log files, all these are the installation log files here. So it is asking the schema and change the schema. You want to change the schema, you can change the schema. If you don't want to change the schema, some people they want to change the schema. You can change the schema as well. If you don't want to change the schema, just click on the next button. So it's possible. It's possible to change the all the details. Whatever you want, you can possible to change the details. After the installation, if you want, you can change the installation. Maybe after 10 years also, if you want to change it, you can change it as well. So it's for using the SWPM tool only. System rename option is possible. System rename option is possible.
Sir, you're using HANA-DB right now.
Yes, yes.
ECC, have you covered actually before? ECC DB? I mean, SAP with ECC underlying.
ECC is the SAP application. That SAP application we have installed on top of the HANA DB. For ECC, we are using the HANA database. So there is no
Okay.
ECC is not the database. ECC, we are using the database is called the HANA database.
Okay. No, sorry, I mean SQL Server actually. Okay, not HANA
SQL server
actually.
also similar. SQL server also similar. Similar procedure.
Okay.
Here you are
Okay.
renaming the just SAP. You are not renaming the database. So that is the reason. So just to SAP, either what is the database, underlying database, whatever it may be. But the procedure of SAP systems renaming is same procedure. We have to follow.
Okay.
So
So that you have already covered, no? I mean before. I can see
which
that
one?
video, right?
Which one?
The SQL Server one. SQL
SQL.
Server installation.
I am not
SQL
covered.
Server installation.
I am not
Okay.
covered. So
Okay.
we are discussing ECC on HANA database only. ECC
Okay.
on HANA database. So not the SQL server, not the SQL server database. Okay. So because so nowadays all they are looking for the HANA database. So that is the reason as part of our course we are discussing about the SAP and the DB. DB is called the SAP HANA database we are discussing, not the SQL server.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is our target SID. ECQ is our target SID. So just clicking on the next button. Yeah. Here So it is moving to the ECPP to ECQ user. Sir, what about the users? There are some users are creating, right? So what about those users? We need to provide it to the here. Why? Because during the installation time, you are giving the users, operating system users and everything. So those users will creating again here. So those whatever the SID you are giving, those users are creating here. So that is the reason we need to enter the password for that users here. Password for that users we have to provide it to the here. Password for that users we have to provide it to the here. So I have given here. Just click on the next button.
So, sir, how many users are there completely? Like total, what
Yeah,
all users actually have?
that's not discussed, Balu, still.
Okay.
So still we are in the installation phase only. So
Okay.
once the installation is completed, so we have the step number 2. After the installation, what exactly happened? What users are going to create it? What is creating during the installation? So why we have given the inputs of exports and everyone that will come? That's still not covered. Okay, so that is not still that is not covered. Okay, that we will discuss. Just only renaming. Only concentrate on the rename option only.
Okay. And sir, have you already discussed about on what is the SID and no this
Yes,
client and
yes,
all
yeah,
actually?
yeah, yeah.
So,
This all basics I discussed with them. All these
okay.
basics I discussed with them. So here I will assign one person here. Maybe here one person Usha or someone Chandra Usha or someone they will help you. Avinash, so some or Sweta. All our guys will help you. Okay, to understand the some basics. Basics means
Okay, sir.
what is SID, what is instance number, what is host name, what is application server host name, what are the softwares we required. So these are the things. Okay, they will cover you. What are the softwares we required, how to download it, then how to start the installation. These things they will cover you. If not, I will cover you. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry about that one.
Okay.
Since you are the first class, right, you will get some confusion here. Why? Because we already discussed this class, these topics actually, these points we discussed.
Okay.
Okay, just click on the next button. This is the key actually, storage key. So why this key is creating means whenever any disaster happens, SAP will come and will using this key, they will recover the data. That is the purpose. So the keys are creating now. So DNS name is not required. SID we chosen. Passwords we have given. Source we have given. Source key. So that everything we have given. So do you want to install the license as well? It's not required now. That is the reason it's not mandatory. So we can install it later itself. Just click on the next button. Install the license. If you want to install the license key, just click on it. Provide the license key here. We don't want to install the license key here. We can also provide that one. Why? Because this is optional. If it is the mandatory, there is a mark here, mandatory mark. It's not mandatory. That is the reason it's optional. So this is the log files. We know, right? So here we can check the all the log files and everything. SAP inst.log file. So enter summary. What is the summary? Enter the summary. See what is the summary? What are the inputs we have given? Our source system SAP system SID is ECP, and the target system SID is ECQ. Means our ECP system we are converting, we are renaming to the ECQ. If just we change the, we are changing the SID, only changing the SID. And also our source system instance number is 00001. We are changing to 1011, we are changing it. So remaining all are the passwords, DB host name. So all these things we have given, just given. So this is the review parameter section. Define parameter section, we will define all these things, we have defined it. These are called the roadmap steps. Just if you click on start next button, it will go install the, it will go rename the my existing system. My existing system is like ECP. So this is our ECP system, my ECP system. This will be created during the installation, right? This will be created during the installation. So this will be renamed ECP to EC2. So the users who are connecting to the SAP, they have to change their SAD to ECQ, maybe instance number, then you have to change it and you need to connect to the SAP system. So this will come after the installation completed, how to log into the SAP system. Then, so what are the things will come after the installation? All these things will come. Okay, so that we have not discussed. So just we are discussing about the renaming, right? So someone asked me to check the rename. So that is the reason we are discussing the system rename. So this is the way we have to perform the renaming. If I just click on the next button, it will go to the execute service. Then here all the services, all the folders, all the SIDs, everything will be renamed to the ECQ. But I am not going to perform it now. Why? Because so in the define it's completed. Here if I click next button, it will do that one. But here already my system is there production. Already few users are they already connected and working on this system. So I don't want to disturb them their work. So just I am canceling the here. I am canceling it here. So nothing is there here. Just if you click it, system will take care of that one. Only thing is you need to remember what are the inputs we are giving here. What are the things we are giving here? So what are the how to change SID? What are the inputs we are giving? Those things are very important. So then if we click on next button, SWPM tool itself will take care of the rename. You don't need to do any work. Just you need to watch the screen. Okay, that's it for the system rename option. So any questions from anyone? Normally now, yeah.
How much time it will take to successfully complete?
One maximum 1 hour, 1 hour, 1.5, 1 hour max. Because
Okay.
it's not going to install it, just to rename the wherever we have the.
That's why I am asking.
Yeah, it will not take much time.
Okay.
Sir, any errors will happen while installing?
Yes.
Following this process.
Yes, it will happen. So why? Because
can you please tell it?
Yeah, users, few users already connected. Okay, they have already connected, and the SAP system is already up and running. Few users already connected, system is up and running. So they are using some changes in the system. So and also few other systems, few other RFC destinations, few other systems. Suppose the example, let me draw one diagram here. Okay, so this is my system. This is my ECP system. Suppose example ECP. Okay, so here system few users. These are the few users. They have connected. How they will connect it depends upon the SID instance number. They will connect to our SAP system. They will do the transactions here and everything, right? So here, without informing to them, without notifying to them, you are changing the details from ECP to and ECQ. You are changing. So SID you are changing. So in this case, what will happen? So in this case, whatever the details they are connecting, they will not able to access the ECP system. Why? Because now we changed the details to the ECP to EC2. We changed the details, and also few interfaces, banking sector, bank interfaces that will pull the data from the ECP, that will update our stock information, everything in the banking sector. You changed the details here. So how they can connect to our systems, right? It's not. So suppose one person trying to connect through browser to your system to pull some historical data. You want to do you want to pull some payslip from your SAP system. How can we connect it? So and also when you are doing this, is after doing the issues we may face it. That is the reason when you are renaming, you need to carefully plan all these things. So after the rename or during the rename, what are the issues we may face it? So when you are doing the rename, your SAP system should be stopped state. Sometimes all services are not stopped correctly. All services are not stopped correctly. In this case, what happens? Your things will be failed. Why? Because if one service also active, then your things like your rename option, it won't work. Why? Because that service, that process, that process is running based upon the current SID, right? Current SID is running, but that is hold up the, so your entire system process to hold up the existing one. You are renaming to ECQ means you have not stopped that process, which is holding up the ECP as the SID. So SWPM will try to convince that process. Sometimes other process will go and kill it. It will cancel it. But some process it won't accept the SWPM request. In this case, what happened? SWPM will throw the error like, so hi boss, particular process is already active in the system. So I'm not going to rename the system. Please go ahead and fix that error. So in this case, we need to open, then check what are the services or what are the process still active, what are the process and service still active in the system. We need to check, then we need to check. So we need to kill it manually, right click and kill it manually. Then we need to work on that one. So that is the thing we have to do it. So before you do the renaming, make sure you disconnect all the connections which are connecting to the ECP. Disconnect all these things, you need to disconnect it. Forcefully you have to disconnect, or formally you need to stop it. Whatever you want, you can do. So nothing will be active with the existing one. Then you can rename it. So what happens if my process is active? Suppose ABC, right? This is opened. I opened this PPT. I am doing some changes here. So suppose if I rename it, to the XYZ, will it rename? So it will not save, I guess. Yeah, this notepad, it is opened. So this process, one process already using this one. Suppose example, one process already using this one. If you try to rename this file name, will not accept this one. Why? Because the process is already hold up this file. It's already using this file. It's already editing this file. It cannot accept it. So that is the reason we may face this type of issues. So before you perform the rename, just you need to disconnect whatever the possible various. You need to disconnect all the connections. You need to disconnect. Then perform the rename option. Sometimes due to permission
Sir, what
issues.
all? Okay. Sir, what all services we need to stop?
Depends upon, suppose if you have the interfaces connected, you need to stop the interfaces. If you have any GUI users are connected, you need to ask them all the users to disconnect from the systems. If you have already, so if it is the Windows systems, so you need to stop the SAP system, right click and stop it. So if you already service in the MMC, go to the task manager, check are there any services here. So you have the ECP services. Then right click stop and right click stop. You need to stop it. So
system need to stop it first.
So we need to stop all these things. We need to stop it. Interfaces, third-party interfaces, all these things we need to stop it. So all these things we have to perform it.
Sir, officially we need downtime for renaming, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Downtime,
If
you need a plan as well. You need to carefully plan your activity as well. Why? Because when you are renaming, suppose your business users are connected, then how that will be impact to their users. So you need to inform all business users not to connect during this frame. That is the reason. Yeah, it's not simple procedure to rename it. The procedure is simple. Just to rename, start the SWPM, go to the generic option, system rename, give the source SID, target SID, click next, enter the passwords, do that one. Simple. But by doing this one, you have some complication. You need to face some issues like so different users, the users who are connecting to your system, you have to inform them. Okay, this is the SID we need rename to the some XYZ to ABC. You need to connect to the ABC from tomorrow onwards. So all the area which are pointing to this one, you need to change it. You need to change it. So is it mandatory use the capital letters? If you don't use it as well, automatically system will take care of the capitals only. If you use the type small, system will take the capitals only. Okay, but system will create it. Yes. So while installing, after the installation, system will generate the capital letters only. Go here, yes sir, SAP capital only, not the smalls. So yeah, capital is the mandatory. So this is the way we need to do the system rename option. At the same time, we can also perform the uninstallation also. Uninstallation also we can perform it. Go to the SWPM, same SAP INST.
Hello.
Yes. Sweta.
Hi, sir. Sir, is it mandatory to stop the system before performing renaming, or it
Yeah.
will take?
Otherwise, SWPM itself will take care of the stop.
Okay, okay, sir. And what will be the best practice?
You have to stop it
As per
manually.
your recommendation.
We have to stop
Okay,
it manually. Otherwise, what happens? SAP is stopping means SWPM is stopping means it will take some time to stop the SWPM. It will not completely bring down all the services sometimes. So it's sometimes. So sometimes you started the SWPM with a different user, not the administrator or not the SID ADM. You started with the different user. But user does not have permissions to stop the SAP services. Then how in this case? You may face the issue, right? But because you don't have access to some OS level folders or permissions to rename it. In this case, so you may face the issues. What issues we may face means permissions.
yes.
So in the this is the system rename. Okay, uninstallation. If you go to the generic options, you need to choose the database. Just select the uninstall. Suppose I want to remove the SAP system. I don't want to SAP business. I want to go for the, so I want to exit from the business actually. In this case, we want to uninstall or you wrongly performed the installation. So you want to change the things here or you want to uninstall. So that uninstallation also possible from the SAP. Just you need to go to the, SWPM, then generic options, uninstall. So everything, the bottom line, installation, uninstallation, rename is possible from the SWPM. Not only installation, you can also uninstall as well. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, Latif.
While renaming, you entered the individual key other than default key. What is the difference between those two?
Individual key, default key.
Yeah,
Okay.
you entered individual key, right? Instead of default.
Yeah, default key means so that default which is generated during the installation time, during the when you are doing the default key, default generated during the installation time. When you are doing the ECP installation, there is a key generated. You want to use that key or you want to generate the new key. So that options will refer to the same. So here, yeah, that is the will refer to the same default key or so manually there is a one more option, I guess that is the one. So you want to install profiles are available. Yes, I want to uninstall ECD. Suppose like this one. So profiles are available. Yes, select that one. Which system you want to select uninstall? Just select that system. Then so just you can give the user ID and password. That will be uninstalled. So here you can check the SAP inst.log file. So it will logs and everything. Yes, ECD I want to uninstall. Just click on OK button. You can check the logs here and install. So remove the database parts. So not required. Why? Because you want to remove the data from database itself. Not required. Why? Because we don't have any DB like ECD. That is the reason I unchecked this button. So if you want, if you have the data in the database itself, just select this one. I don't have any data. Select this one. Okay, just click it.
Sir, if you select DB, right? So DB will be uninstalled.
DB not like DB data in the database. So you have the data in the database, right? So suppose, let me draw one. Not the data in the database. Data in the database. So this is this is the presentation layer. This is our application layer. This is the database layer, right? In the database. So when you are installing your system, when you are installing the SAP system, here SAP will be created. The same time, same SAD will be created in the database itself. So you want to remove entire this functionality, SAP functionality. So you want to remove only SAP. I don't want to database. So then in this case, you can uncheck that option. No, I want to remove this ECD related data from SAP level and DB level. Then in this case, you need to choose so this one, you can choose it. Only data will be whatever the data which is related to the ECD, that will be deleted. That will be deleted. Same, you need to select the profiles. So uninstall. You don't want to remove the data. Just select next button. So then that will go execute service now. See here, that is executing, which is means that the ECD is deleting even folders. Whatever the folders are there here in the system. Like if you go here, USR, SAP. So that folder already deleted now. ECD folder is there. See, that is deleted, completed. See, within minutes the deletion happened. Previously, when you see here there is one more SAD, right? ECD SAD. Now it got deleted. See, uninstallation 100% successfully completed. Click on OK button. Done. So which means your ECD deleted successfully. It got deleted. It got deleted. So this is the way we have to. The deletion is very simple. Within minutes. Only installation may take time. Deletion, nothing, everything will be deleted. So everything will be deleted. It's very quick, but installation only will take time. So we have to do the installation. That is the watch. Okay, I think we already 15 minutes left. Actually, I want to discuss one more topic today. That is the installation on so Linux mission. That is what I want to discuss. Linux OS. So for that one, I downloaded the softwares as well. Okay, so let's discuss how same softwares I downloaded. Then how to move the softwares to the Windows you downloaded. Linux machine means you have to log into the putty. Through putty you have to log into the Linux. From there you have to place all the softwares and everything. You have to place it, right? So here, how to move the softwares then for Linux systems. So you are downloaded from the Windows. That is fine, absolutely correct. You have done the great job. But how to? So this is our Linux OS I just started. So then how to do that one? How to download? Download means we already know every software, either Windows softwares or Linux softwares, we have to follow the same strategy. Downloading the softwares from the service marketplace. We have to download it, right? Same softwares. So you can go to the here service marketplace. So just software downloads. Once again, I'm repeating. Why? Because here one other person is new. I'm trying to explain again new. Then here, so once you enter into the here, so here you will get you need to go to the service marketplace, support.sap.com or service.sap.com. For there, you have the options here. Here you need to choose the software downloads. Then you will get the download option here, download manager. Here you will get the downloads. Here you need to go to the, all our softwares are so based upon the alphabetical index. Go to the here. Suppose you want to download the ERP software. Go to the E for ERP. So ERP 6.0 is 6.0. Then EHP 6.0. Then suppose installation, which database. So either you want to do installation in the HANA or SQL server, select that SQL server, then download the exports, installation exports, you can download it. If you click it, it will be downloaded. Installation export will be downloaded, right? Same as like you have other softwares as well. Other softwares means exports done. What about the kernel? K for kernel, right? So like that, you need to download all softwares. Then you need to place into the one folder. Here I downloaded and I placed into the one folder here. Then what next after that? You are not doing the installation on the Windows. You want to do the Linux. Then Linux machine means it's like in the command prompt mode. We have to operate the Linux machine. So it's not like Windows. Open the mouse, open the screen, right click, left click, do the installation. It's not like that everything. It's like, so Linux means it's like completely, so black screen. It's completely black screen. You need to perform on, so Linux, you need to perform it on the, so command prompt mode only, right? To log into the Linux operating system, we have to use the putty tool, putty. Here you need to enter the host name or IP details here. How we are logging to the Windows system, how we are entering into the our IP details here. Here also you need to enter the our IP here. You need to enter the IP here. So IP means, so let me check the what is the IP here. Okay, you need to enter the IP. Then it will ask you to enter the username, then password. Then I enter the password itself. See here. Then here you need to use the commands. You need to use the commands to operate the your Linux operating systems. So it's somewhat it's critical to manage it here. So if you who are the new freshers, so some new to this SAP also, they will get confused here. But you guys, please, you concentrate only on the Windows only. I know it's difficult to understand these commands and everything, but it's this we will discuss during the HANA administration. But who are interested, then we will do the installation on this machine itself, this machine as well. Okay, so that Linux machine also, how to install the SAP on the Linux. Here we will not double click it. Why? Because here left click, right click, it won't work anything here. Just to commands we have to operate it. Through commands we have to operate everything here. So those commands, first of all, we should understand the commands. If you type one command, what are the inputs we will get? Those things. Okay, that I will discuss.
Sir, you are going to cover installation part in Linux? Today?
Yes, not today, because we don't have
Okay.
too much time today. So it will take at least 1 hour. Weekends, right? I don't want to disturb your valuable time on the weekend. So that is the reason.
So what is best, sir? Linux or Windows for HANA DB? Like for company, what